All right, so now that I've been spraying the glazer for about a year, I wanna go over some of the things that I see in this paint line that can maybe trick you when you're spraying it. This is a water-based paint, and it does have a water-based reducer. And if you're ever in the booth and you're spraying a water base, when you're applying it, it almost looks like you have dirt in it. And to me, with the glazer, it is almost worse because it is a thicker product and you're applying it all at one time. So it will play tricks with you that you have dirt in your paint, but you have to trust the process when you're doing your prep work, when you're getting your guns ready, that you're gonna have a nice outcome. Because even with me spraying this now for a year, there's times that I look at it and I go, oh man, this is gonna be a dirty job. Should I check? Should I sand this? Should I touch that? And then you create more dirt. So we're gonna go over the steps in this video here of the processes. That way, once you're in here, you can count on the process and know you're gonna have a nice outcome. All right, so before we get rolling on this video, I want to announce the winners of the Air Duster from WOLFBOX. You guys have seen this on the channel. We've used it in a couple of the videos, a really good tool, rechargeable, and I think you guys will love it. For you winners, if you didn't win it, we're always gonna have more things on the channel, but if you wanna pick up one of these, I think they are a really cool tool to have around the shop as well as the house. Everything will be in the description below. So the first winner is gonna be Tyler56, and the second winner is gonna be the Daily Jam. So I'm gonna reach out to you guys in the comments, then you'll get back to me, hopefully within a week. Otherwise, we're gonna go ahead and pick some other winners for it. So I'll reach out to you guys. Congratulations if you didn't win. Like I said, everything is in the description below if you wanna pick one up, but let's get rolling on this video. So we prepped the parts, we've got the vehicle in here, it's all bagged up, and we followed our normal process that we do before we get ready to paint the car. So the reason I'm making this video is because this is something that I've been seeing a lot with the glazer, and this is something that I've seen with all the paint lines that I've sprayed in the past. So I've sprayed the PPG water, you guys know. I've also sprayed the Ultra 9K. And all of the waterbornes do this, but I think this one does it the most because you're applying everything on at one time. So it can play tricks on you because you'll start to see little dirts. It almost looks like air pockets, and you can almost think that you have a really dirty job. But once it dries out, you're gonna have a nice smooth surface. So there's been a couple jobs this week especially, and that's why I'm making this video with you guys. Don't panic, follow your process, clean the parts, prep them out, do your normal stuff that you do, and you will be able to get a nice outcome. Don't think that you have dirt in that paint. Let it fully evaporate and then look from the side. If you have something in it, it's gonna be very big. It's not gonna be those small pockets of air and moisture that you're seeing as you're applying this paint, but once it settles, it's gonna be clean. So let's get this thing washed. We'll start putting the sealer on. We'll put the base and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. All right, so you see we sealed it and then we went back in and we tacked it off. That is a very crucial part of the application of the paint here with this glazer, because you're gonna go in there one time to apply your base coat. So you wanna make sure that you have the best sealer application that you can, and it's clean and it doesn't have any dirt in it, because once you put your base down, you're done. You're not going back in there, sanding anything and applying more base coat. So make sure your sealer is as clean as possible. Trust the process and go ahead and get that thing cleared up. So let's go ahead now and apply our base coat. All right, so we applied the wet bed and we applied the ground coat for the 3-stage. Always do your 3 stages or your metallics first and then move into your solid colors. I wanted to show you guys how that base looks from an angle. It almost tricks you like there's dirt in it. And the more metallic and the thinner viscosity of the paint, you're gonna have more of that in the paint job, and it's gonna trick you that you have dirt. So let's go ahead and get our 3-stage part of this job applied to the vehicle. All right, so that is the base coat, and you can see that it is very lumpy. There is dirt in it. It looks messy. And if you were to think that that is how your paint job is gonna look, you'd be really worried about it. So take your time, do the prep work right. Even though that paint looks like that, I'm gonna take you back in there and show you how that water base just settles down, everything comes out of it. And this one here probably isn't the best one that I could have showed you guys, but I had it in my thought process because it had been really tricking me lately here, and I wanted to show it to you guys. That way you don't cause yourself more trouble by sanding things that you don't need to sand, because it will settle down and you will be able to have a clean job. So let's let it flash and I'll take you guys in there and show you it once it evaporates. All right, so it's crazy on how that base coat can go from looking so textured, looking like it has dirt in it, to flattening out and being so smooth. So that is one of the features that is nice about the water base. It lays down really flat, especially when you're doing stripes and two-tones. You don't have that big, thick edge on it because it just sucks down once that water evaporates out, and you have a beautiful, nice surface. So follow your processes, do your consistent prep work, do your consistent cleaning, and that way you're not gonna trick yourself and wonder if it's dirt in the paint. Go in there and start actually causing yourself more trouble. So let's get it cleared up and let's check it out and see how good it came out. All right, so that is the job all finished up, and I want you guys to be aware of that. With the water base, it's gonna look like dirt. It's gonna look like you have a really dirty paint job, and you're gonna wanna go in there and maybe sand it, because sometimes you can't see well if you're doing it like on the middle of a hood, and you don't wanna roll the dice, so you start to scuff it and sand it, and it's really not dirt, it's just the moisture that is tending to almost splash that base coat and look like dirt. So let it dry and trust the process, get it cleared up, and you'll see you will have a nice outcome once it's done, as long as you follow the system that you are familiar with and you know that you've had a great outcome in the past. Yes, you will get dirt now and again, but if you stick to the same process like we've told you in some of the last videos, you're gonna get a nice outcome. So I hope you guys like this. Congratulations to the winner of the Air Duster, and we are gonna have a lot more to come with things like this in the near future. So give this one a thumbs up, and we'll see you guys on the next one.